Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to another edition of Dear Kev on Stage, where you guys ask me questions and I give you the best, worst advice on the planet. As always, you can send your question to dearkev@kevonstage.com because we are professional. We have real email addresses. And your name will always be anonymous. You don't have to worry about saying, Kev, make sure I'm anonymous. I will make sure you're anonymous. You don't have to worry about it because these questions would be so embarrassing. I would never want to put your name out there. What do I look like? Lizzo? I'm not finna dox you because you forgot to give me my Postmates food. Shout out to Tiffany W. First question. Dear Kev, my son's father has been absent for 7 years after I helped him get a new job. He also got married to the woman he's insisted be my son's godmother. Now he's complaining to me and asking if I would take him back, he would get divorced. What should I do? Should I continue life as usual and forget he existed or consider for my son's sake? Because I've been making it as a single parent for 7 years now. That's a tough one. Let him rot in that loveless marriage. He doesn't deserve you. Oh, he think he could just climb back into your bed after everything he done? Oh, you ain't got married with that woman? You better love that woman, lay up in her bed. Ain't nothing over here for you no more, Jamal. He sound like a Jamal to me. I know I've been saying Jamal a lot this episode. Jamal's just stuck. Oh, now you want to come back over here and be a father to your son? Well, guess what? You could be a father to your son, but you ain't going to be a husband to this wife. You hear me? You lost that opportunity. No. Don't let him back as a dog crawling back and returning to his own vomit. I disagree wholeheartedly with the thought of you letting him back. And don't be letting people use the kids against you. Well, what about the kids? What about them kids? Are they going to be around? Are they going to let you down? Hey, oh, what about them kids? Them kids is moving out. Whether they go to college or get a job, or go to Job Corps, or they join the South Korean Army, they leaving one day. And you cannot make full-time decisions on part-time people in your home. My kid's 13 and 11. Hopefully I got 10 years or less of them living up in my house, peeing up in the toilet, all over the sides of the toilet. If my wife left me and came back like, what about our sons? You can pick them up. You can raise them. I'll give you sole custody. I'll pick him up on the weekends. Parenting and love is separate. You can co-parent without love for each other. Forget them kids. Do not let them kids open you up to a bad relationship. You hear me? Do you hear what I said? Don't let them kids open you up to a bad relationship. Hey. Dear Kev, I hate my in-laws. We've never been close, but I recently gave birth to our daughter, and now they always just seem to be around. They'll drop by unannounced, and my sister-in-law even jokingly calls my daughter her daughter. My husband won't speak up because he seems to enjoy their company. How do I tell these people to stop coming around? I would prefer to only see them at Christmas. Listen, this is tough because I love my in-laws. My mom, my mother-in-law, she loves me more than any of her other son-in-laws. Melanie's husband, Greg, sure, he lives in LA and all that, but he's nothing compared to me. And my other sister, her husband, you want to have a baby and get married? You're no Kev on Stage. So I get it. I know they're both envious of me. I'm tall, athletic. I beat Greg in axe throwing that one time. So I know he hates me as well on the inside. Thing about it is, you can't be the one to tell the in-laws. It's always got to be the family member related to them that tells them when there's a problem. My wife, if she ever had a problem with my mom, grandma, dad, I got to be like, listen, mom, dad, here's how it is. Okay? The issue is you got to have this relationship conversation with your husband first. And you can't jump in with, I hate your in-law. I hate your mama. You telling somebody I hate your mama, them's fighting words. What you can say is, listen, I don't really feel close with your family, so what are your ways that you think we can feel close together? You have any ideas? Because they want to be around the kids and stuff, but I feel like we're just not very much closer. And if we're not very much closer, I don't feel good leaving the baby around them. And it makes me uncomfortable when she calls my baby her daughter. I just do not like it. So would you mind just telling her I do not like it? And also, I know Christmas is just one day a year. That's all I really want to see them. Not even Christmas Eve. They could come over around 10, leave around 10, 11. That time, not 10 or 11 at night. I mean, come at 10 a.m. and leave at 10, 11 a.m. Come in, grab a couple pictures for the gram, and then be on about your way, all right? I love you forever. And see how that goes. But you got to be worried. People love their mamas and their daddies and their grannies and their aunties. They've known them longer than they've known you. So be careful. And imagine if he said, I hate your mama. And I don't want your mama around my baby either. You feel a certain type of way. Put yourself in his shoes. Okay?
All right, I want to take a quick break from the ridiculousness to give you some actually good, valuable stuff. Do you really know what's in your multivitamin? Or are you just grabbing something off the shelf and taking it? Huh? There's sugars, GMOs, synthetic fillers, artificial colorants, not to mention animal byproducts like sheep's wool and gelatin from the hooves and hides of animals. These are all ingredients you might find in a multivitamin. But Ritual isn't your typical multivitamin. Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly formula is made with key nutrients and forms your body can actually use. No shady extras. Now listen, I'm getting a little bit older. I've got to take my vitamins. I started because of the podcast a couple months ago. And let me tell you what, I feel amazing. I honestly didn't think I needed vitamins. I thought I felt great, had high energy, all this type of stuff. And I needed this help, and I've been happy. Here's a couple reasons why I like it. Number one, it's formulated with key nutrients, including vitamin D3 to help fill gaps in my diet. Their fresh-tasting, delayed-release capsules are designed to dissolve later in less sensitive areas of the stomach, so you can take them with or without food. A lot of times I go hiking without eating breakfast. I can pop them in before I start my day. That way I don't forget. And it makes my healthy habits easy. I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to go pick up stuff, do this and that. Ritual multivitamins are delivered to my door every month with free shipping always. So you can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription at any time. And if you don't love Ritual within your first month, they'll refund your order. Now you listen to this. You deserve to know what's in your multivitamin. That's why Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/DearKev to start your Ritual today. Visit ritual.com/DearKev. Start your life off right at ritual.com/DearKev. Try it today.
Dear Kev, my husband and I are on our 5th year of marriage, and our continued issue is that he is silent during sex. It bothers me so much, and he swears he's enjoyed it, but he says nothing. I've told him time and time again how I really like dirty talk. Still nothing. No moans, no groans, no words. Sometimes I'll get a few things during the grand finale, and I try to tell him what to say, and it sounds like bad acting audition, and he ruined the whole thing. Parentheses, he was sweet for trying. It's what I imagined sex would be like with a mime. Please help. Listen, it's tough for men. We're so afraid of enjoying sex to its fullest potential because of what our boys might think. We don't want you to go tell our boys or your homegirls about what sex is. Man, my husband made all these noises. Listen, man, it is okay to enjoy the sex. Make the noises that you want. I make noise. Oh, yeah. When it's going good, I'm Ariel. Ha, 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 ha. I'm feeling it. Oh, yeah. Good. This is Campbell soup good. I like that. I say everything I want. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, don't stop till you get it. Mama say, makusa. You can't shut me up. Especially when the kids is gone. I turn into a full white woman. Oh, yeah. I'm white. Yeah. I'm white. I'm pumpkin spice, fall, Uggs wearing, scrunchy having white woman. And I'm still black and masculine. Men, look at me. Make your sounds. Don't nobody want to have sex with a lumberjack. Yeah. That ain't sexy. You looking all intimidating. You look like Danny Glover. And don't nobody find Danny Glover sexy. No one. He never made people's most beautiful ever. Don't nobody want the color purple sex. He's Danny Glover, you're silly. It's ugly all around. Make your sound. Make a soundtrack. Scream into the pillow. Oh! I'd be like, oh happy day dude. When Jesus washed. When Jesus washed my sins away. Oh happy day. Oh happy day. That's how I finish sex. Oh happy day. Thank you, Sister Mary Clarence. Men, stop being afraid to make noise. Women like it too. Woo! Hope my kids don't watch this. Y'all better get off that phone and do that homework. You ain't even supposed to be watching this. Dear Kev, I'll try to be short and sweet. I've been with my husband for 4 years now, and during the dating stages, I noticed skid marks in his drawers a few times, and hesitantly mentioned it. I've always been a direct person, so I gently told him that it's unacceptable for a grown man who's not elderly or sick to have doo-doo boxers. So we discussed proper hygiene to see if we're on the same page. It got better without further incident after he incorporated wipes as well as wipe till the toilet paper is white method. Fast forward years later to this past August while I was doing laundry. I discovered the biggest amount of poop in his drawers that you can imagine without it being a full-on doo-doo on yourself situation. We had a seafood boil the day before, and there was a whole entire corn kernel in it. It was like an actual turd that had flattened from him sitting all day. The laundry basket smelled terrible, and I became so turned off and unattracted to him. His unhygienic behavior seemed so childish. I feel like he should wear Superman briefs because I remember elementary age children coming home from school like that. My romantic feelings never returned, and I don't think they ever will. I get nauseous when he tries to initiate intimacy, and I feel offended that he's okay with it. I want to end my marriage, and my heart is heavy. Please help. Thanks. Who among us ain't got doo-doo in our drawers? Adults. Adults are the ones among us that don't have doo-doo in our drawer. That's got to be a tough situation. That's got to be a sticky, stinky situation. How do you tell a grown man, hey, listen, you want to wipe till the toilet paper is white? Maybe all his butt muscles are like, maybe he have no sensors in his butt. And he don't know that he got doo-doo in his butt. You remember when you're first potty training your kids? You be like, you don't feel that? Be like, it feels fine to me. Maybe he has a toddler booty. And he don't know that his butt is full of doo-doo. Listen, here's what you tell your husband. You don't have to go straight to divorce. You say, listen, baby, I know you probably think your butt don't stink, but lean a little bit closer. You really smell like doo-doo, ooh, yeah. Tell him do this. Every time you go poop, you take a shower, okay? You lay on the ground opposite the water, and you open up your butt, and you let that water run down, okay? You wipe first till the toilet tissue is clean, and you wipe and wash, and you wash, and you wash, okay? And you give him white drawers. And when he puts them on, you tell him to stick his finger in between and check his drawers. And you ain't giving, if he don't stop smelling like butt, you ain't giving him no butt. You hear me? We trading butt for butt. You get a clean butt, you can get some of my butt. You got doo-doo butt, can't give you none of my butt. It's very simple. It's a shame that you have to mother this grown man. I feel sorry for you, I do. Corn? Tell him to chew all the way. You should not have corn in your boo-boo. Listen, you'd only have to tell me this once and you wouldn't have to end the marriage. I would leave you. If my wife today held up a pair of my drawers and they had even remote hints of doo-doo, I'm talking about black light, CSI, turn on the doo-doo, like, what is this? I'd be like, what? I cheated on you and I'm leaving you. I'm leaving right now. I couldn't deal with the embarrassment. I'd have to do my own laundry forever. Or tell him don't wear no drawers, just wear jeans, because I feel like jeans could take it a little bit more. I don't know if you go to counseling for this. I don't want you to get divorced over doo-doo. It's what's a little stinking butt amongst friends. You guys been through more than that? Come on. I could see you not being romantic, but give poop a chance. Just wash him down, hose him down, and tell him it'll be better later. Okay? Give him rewards when he has clean butt.
All right, guys, you know what? It's time for Christmas shopping. Okay? And online shopping is all the shopping we really do. And that's where today's sponsor, Honey, comes in. It's the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best one available at checkout. Honey is basically your online shopping best friend, looking out for you, making sure you're okay, doing what you don't want to do, which is the research, and allowing you to do what you want to do, which is the shopping. Here's how it works. You get Honey on your computer for free in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/dear. That's when you're checking out one of its over 30,000 supported sites. Honey pops up, and all you got to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds, and Honey searches for the coupons for that site. If Honey finds working codes, it'll apply the best one to your cart. Now listen, I used to get on my wife, or tell y'all this was my wife's thing. I have at minimum equaled her online shopping, if not more. And I don't be wanting to look for coupons and stuff. So Honey does that for me. And I can't even count how much I've saved because it's a lot. It's as simple as being at a grocery store and swiping your shopper's rewards card and having them do all the hard work for you. Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in saving. Honey supports all kinds of retailers from tech and gaming sites to fashion brands to even food delivery. Now listen this. It's simple. If you have a computer, Honey should be on it. It's free and works with whatever browser you use. You can get Honey for free today and join honey.com/dear. Once again, that's joinhoney.com/dear to get the free browser extension. One more time, free today at joinhoney.com/dear. And now, back to the show.
Always a reminder, you can send any question or remain anonymous, Dear Kev at kevonstage.com. Dear Kev at kevonstage.com. Let's read the next question. Anyway, I need advice on how to talk to my roommate. We are sharing a bathroom and we both leave our shower caddies on either side of the sink. The issue is she has this thin blue washcloth that she uses and it's been stinking for weeks now. Oh, no. On top of that, she does not even wring it out properly. She just puts it back in her caddy. The washcloth is bright blue and it's turning brown on the edges. We've been at school 4 weeks now and she is yet to wash it in the laundry. Every time I go to brush my teeth or do a face mask, I'll smell this moldy, fishy rag. I'm worried that she'll drag this out all semester. Plus, this cannot be helping her vaginal health or her vulva's health. How do I tell her to wash that rag or get a new one without making it awkward? Here's the problem. Let me tell you the problem with a lot of these situations. We're too worried about making things awkward. Smelling a fishy rag is awkward for you. You're already living in awkwardness. You tell Musty Martha, listen, your rag stinks. If you don't wash it, you're washing 3-day-old vaginal butt smell onto your body. You know, a lot of times in college, what I realized, a lot of people, they use the same cloth for their face and their genitals. And they just wiping ball sweat all over their face. My roommate in college, bless him, he had one rag. And the key is, you know, my grandpa used to say, if you're going to use the same rag for your face and your balls, make sure you wash your face first. Okay? But that don't work if you don't wash it. Come on. So you got a couple options. My vote is for the direct. Listen, Martha, you're musty. You stink. This rag stinks. I vomit and gag at the thought of you wiping day-old butt sweat all over your face. You're not cleaning yourself. 2, hey, you know what? We're homegirls. I noticed you didn't have a lot of rags, so I Amazoned 7,000 brand new face rags. okay? Order them for China so they're not that expensive. And then just leave them out for her. Every time she uses one, hey, toss them out, girl. I saw this video on Mashable. It said, you know, we need to toss our washcloths out in the environment. It'll help wipe down the trees. So use it once and throw it out. Or just keep throwing it away or burn it. Burn her rag and then burn the dorm down. And tell her a burnt dorm is better than you mustifying this whole place. You gotta stop worrying about whether people think you're awkward or not. Spare no feelings. Do you think she's taking your feelings into account when she's all musty? I mean, how many times, guys? I mean, how many times you use your washcloth before you clean it? Once, twice, 3 times max. It's not a hotel. Everybody can't get a brand spanking new one every day. I get it. But anything more than 3 days, I mean, come on, man. We adults. We stink adulty-like. That word's adulty-like. Don't put yourself through that trauma and pain of living in a musty situation. Tell that girl you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. Oh. Dear Kev, I'm not religious, and I'm not looking for a religious female specifically. However, I want a wife where I would be her first and only. That is oddly important to me because the thought of being with a woman who's ever been with other men grosses me out beyond comprehension. How do I make my dreams come true? You build a time machine and you go back to the Bible days. Because the chance of you meeting and marrying a woman who has been without man entered her is highly unlikely. People be having the sex. It's just a fact of life. A lot of times people are getting married later and later in life. They're having the sex earlier and earlier. What's the deal? Why do you feel like a woman can't be with you? Have you been with other women? Of course you have. I'm certain you have. It seems oddly possessive of you to be like, I can't comprehend a woman being with another man. Jamal Bailey couldn't have been with him. And if he was with Jamal Bailey, then how could I marry her? You don't make your dreams come true. Because that's a silly dream. What you do is you make the best life with her. I know why you want her to be your first and only. It's because you're not sure how you can perform in the bedroom. And you don't want her to be comparing you to somebody else. Oh, what about Jamal? Or what about Raekwon? You know them dudes who ain't got no money and need a roof over their head? Oh, they lay it down. I got to lay it down. My homelessness depends on my sexual prowess. There's men all over America who don't know nothing else but PS4 and peen. It's the only 2 things they do well. Because their livelihood depends on it. I get it. You're worried about competing with people who have sex for their livelihood. But listen, here's what people don't tell you about sex. One of the things that makes it great is love, trust, no condemnation. There's a freedom that you have when you have sex, and the sex with only one person that you love, cherish, and adore. So let yourself rest in the ambiance of knowing that you are loved and that you can tailor your sexual prowess to the one woman that you love and make her forget who else she's been with. Like, man, this guy's so good. I forgot Jamal. And Jamal was on that game. Jamal knew how to do something with them controllers and this vulva. Boy, he knew how to tickle a thing or two. You hear me? Huh? He unlocked the inner 2K in me. Come on, man. You're better than that. You hear me? That's enough for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Dear Kev on Stage. As always, we'll be here every Friday on your feed. Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. Where podcasts are found. You can submit your question to dearkev@kevonstage.com. Thank you to our sponsors. When you support the sponsors, you support me. When you support me, I can make more videos to ruin people's fiancés. Now, I'll see you next week.